Have you ever felt that getting rich is almost impossible, something only reserved for a lucky few? What if I told you that, in reality, it might be easier than it seems? Today, you're going to discover how to let go of the mindset that keeps you stuck in an ordinary life. Robert Kiyosaki, a billionaire who started from scratch, reveals the simple steps to escape poverty and achieve the wealth you've always dreamed of. If you're tired of struggling to pay bills, of watching your money disappear before the end of the month, know that there is a way out. The path to financial freedom is closer than you think, and in this video, I'll show you exactly what you need to do to get there. Let's dive into the first lesson, but first, just make sure you're subscribed to the channel, because the upcoming videos will feature a series of content designed to help you improve your financial life. Imagine you've been hearing since you were young that the path to success is to do well in school, get a good job, save as much as you can, and invest any leftover money. Sounds good, right? But, according to Kiyosaki, this path is outdated and doesn't always lead to financial success. He believes that, instead of just saving money, we need to think differently, because the world has changed. Today, governments print much more money, causing the value of our money to decrease over time. In other words, what you save today is worth less tomorrow. The richest 1% of the population knows this and uses other strategies to become even richer. They don't follow this old formula. Instead, they find ways to make money work for them. So, rather than just going to school and waiting for a salary, why not start thinking about ways to multiply your money? Imagine you have a piggy bank where you keep your savings. Cool, right? But now, imagine that at the same time, someone starts producing a huge amount of coins, flooding the city with them. What happens? Your coins end up being worth less because now everyone has money. That's roughly what Kiyosaki explains. With so many governments printing trillions of dollars, the value of saved money declines. So, just saving might not be enough. He says that the wealthiest people know this, and instead of just saving, they invest in things that increase in value over time, like real estate or businesses. While many of us are saving every coin in our piggy banks, the richest are finding ways to make their money grow, even when it's losing value. The lesson here is that to get rich, we need to learn to make money work for us instead of just storing it away and waiting. Within each person, there are three types of money mindsets: the poor mindset, the middle-class mindset, and the rich mindset. The poor mindset is focused on survival, trying to make money last until the end of the month. The middle-class mindset seeks stability, a steady job, and a secure life. Meanwhile, the rich mindset aims to grow money, increasing freedom and independence. Kiyosaki explains that we all have these three mindsets, but most people never learn to strengthen the rich mindset. The educational system, for instance, teaches us to seek job security, but it doesn't teach us how to build wealth. To become rich, we need to develop the rich mindset within us, learning to make money work for us and focusing on investments that increase our freedom. Kiyosaki learned a powerful lesson from his rich dad: not to depend on a fixed salary. According to his rich dad, accepting a salary keeps a person trapped by money, always dependent on that monthly payment. He wanted Kiyosaki to think like an entrepreneur, someone who seeks financial freedom and opportunities. Working for a fixed salary, he said, limits the chances of taking risks and learning how to build real wealth. Those who only seek security remain stuck in a comfort zone, afraid of losing stability. Meanwhile, an entrepreneur views money as a tool to achieve something greater. The message here is clear: don't let a fixed salary limit your possibilities. It's important to develop a mindset that seeks freedom and growth, seizing financial opportunities to build your independence. Do you currently run a business or work for a salary? Leave it in the comments if you've already experienced this or if you plan to pursue your freedom and growth. I'll help you out in the comments. At 9 years old, Kiyosaki decided he wanted to learn about money. He went to his rich dad, his best friend's father, and asked him to teach him. The response was unexpected. Rich dad agreed, but with one condition: he would never pay Kiyosaki for his work. He explained that if Kiyosaki received a salary, he would think like an employee, always expecting a fixed payment. Instead, Rich Dad wanted him to develop an entrepreneurial mindset, focused on creating value and finding opportunities. So, Kiyosaki worked for free, doing small tasks but with a bigger goal: to learn. Without depending on a salary, he began to see money as a tool for achieving freedom and growth, not just something for survival. This lesson helped him understand that to build wealth, we need to think beyond salary and seek knowledge and financial independence. Rich Dad taught Kiyosaki about investments in a simple way: by playing Monopoly. He learned that the secret to getting rich was in a strategy from the game. For greenhouses, one red hotel. In other words, the focus was on acquiring assets that would increase in value and generate income, like real estate. Rich Dad explained that by buying properties and expanding gradually, a person could create a solid income stream without depending on a salary. Kiyosaki saw this concept become real when Rich Dad invested in land and built profitable projects. To him, monopoly was more than a game, it was financial training. This simple lesson of accumulating assets became one of the foundations of Kiyosaki's philosophy, showing that anyone can learn to invest and build wealth by focusing on assets that provide constant, growing returns over time. Kiyosaki believes that times of crisis are also times of opportunity. According to him, while many are paralyzed by fear, wealthy people prepare to grow even more. The key is to see challenges as opportunities for financial evolution. He explains that in difficult times, we can choose either to feel like victims of circumstances or to use the situation to learn, adapt, and identify new growth opportunities. For Kiyosaki, the difference lies in mindset. Those who prepare and think strategically during crises are able to overcome obstacles and come out stronger. He emphasizes that instead of panicking, we should focus on learning and developing skills to seize the moment and turn these challenges into a chance to thrive financially. Kiyosaki highlights the importance of understanding how to use debt and taxes to your advantage. He explains that most people see debt as something negative, but the wealthy view it as a powerful tool. For them, debt can be used to invest and generate more money. At the same time, knowing about taxes allows them to pay less to the government, reinvesting that amount into new businesses or assets. Kiyosaki stresses that while the middle class and the poor are burdened by taxes and debt, the wealthy benefit from using them strategically. He believes that to grow financially, it's essential to learn to manage these two elements wisely. Instead of avoiding debt, the lesson is to learn to use it as an ally by gaining financial knowledge to understand how it can increase your wealth. For Kiyosaki, an entrepreneurial mindset is essential to achieving financial freedom. He argues that those who think like entrepreneurs seek opportunities and control their own path, rather than depending on a fixed job. Having this mindset means not only worrying about the next paycheck, but also creating value and finding ways to make money work for you. According to him, many people see themselves as entrepreneurs but still think like employees, seeking security and stability. The difference is in taking calculated risks, learning from mistakes, and seeing challenges as part of growth. Kiyosaki reinforces that a true entrepreneur has a long-term vision and an independent mindset, always focusing on developing skills and expanding financial opportunities. Kiyosaki recalls a situation when he decided to quit his job to follow the entrepreneurial path. He says that at the time, many people close to him told him he was making a mistake, as giving up a fixed salary seemed risky. A friend even said, "What if it doesn't work? You can go back to your old job." But for Kiyosaki, this was precisely the mindset difference. He knew that if he went in with the idea of going back to the job, he would never risk enough to succeed. For him, total commitment was what made the difference. This episode marked his view that entrepreneurship is more than having a business. It's a choice to live without depending on a salary and to believe in one's own ability to create value. He learned that a true entrepreneur doesn't see a plan B as an option and, instead, builds their own opportunities, creating wealth from vision and dedication. Kiyosaki also learned a valuable lesson about the importance of learning from those who practice what they teach. He recalls that his rich dad didn't have university degrees, but he had practical experience that his poor dad, an educator and public employee, lacked. Over the years, Kiyosaki realized that most schools don't teach about money, taxes, or investments because they focus on training employees, not entrepreneurs. For this reason, he sought to learn from accountants, lawyers, and investors, people who dealt with real money every day. This experience taught him that to prosper financially, it's necessary to seek mentors who live what they preach instead of depending solely on traditional education. This practical approach made all the difference in his journey, as he could learn directly from those who had already achieved financial success, gaining essential knowledge to build his own wealth. Kiyosaki emphasizes that the language we use when talking about money directly affects our opportunities. He notes that when someone says, "I can't afford it," they automatically block their mind from solutions and alternatives. This kind of thinking limits the potential to find new ways to solve financial problems. Instead, he suggests replacing it with, "How can I afford it?" By asking this question, the person opens their mind to creative ideas, solutions, and ways to generate extra income. Asking how encourages a mindset of possibilities, helping to identify earning or investment opportunities. For Kiyosaki, this simple language adjustment is fundamental for those seeking financial independence, as it activates a positive, growth-oriented mindset rather than a scarcity-driven attitude. Another essential point Kiyosaki highlights is the importance of each person finding their own financial game. Just like in sports, where there are different rules for soccer, basketball, or tennis, the world of finance also has many paths. For him, financial success doesn't follow a single, ready-made formula, but rather strategies that adapt to each individual's profile. Some people may thrive with real estate investments, while others excel in their own businesses or even in stocks. Kiyosaki believes that discovering the right financial game is crucial to staying motivated and engaged on the journey to wealth. The key is to explore options, learn about different types of investments, and choose what best matches your skills and goals. Finding the right game is what allows consistent wealth building, leveraging each person's unique strengths. Kiyosaki recalls direct advice from his rich dad. Find your financial game and play to win. At the time, he didn't fully understand what it meant, until he tried following a friend and investing in stocks. It seemed like the ideal path, as many said that the stock market was where the money was. But once he started, he realized that he had neither the interest nor the patience to follow daily fluctuations and understand the market. That's when he remembered his rich dad's words and decided to invest in real estate, something that had always fascinated him. He enjoyed watching property values grow and having control over the results. This shift was transformative. By focusing on a path that truly matched his skills and interests, he began to view financial success more naturally. For Kiyosaki, finding your game is essential. It's what keeps you on the right path, motivated, and prepared to achieve financial freedom. Kiyosaki also highlights the importance of having control over your own finances, especially in times of crisis. He believes that there are two main economies: the external economy, which is what happens in the world and is beyond our control, and the internal economy, which is our own financial management and mindset, entirely in our hands. He says that many people become obsessed with predicting the global economy, worrying about what might go wrong, but they forget to focus on what they can actually control. For Kiyosaki, the secret of successful entrepreneurs is a strong internal focus. They keep their attention on improving their skills, expanding their knowledge, and preparing for any scenario. Even in uncertain times, they see difficulties as opportunities for growth and adjustment. This internal control allows them to face adversity with resilience, finding ways to thrive regardless of external conditions. Kiyosaki believes that one of the biggest barriers to financial prosperity is the fear of making mistakes. He observes that the traditional education system teaches us to avoid failure and always strive to be right, creating a risk-averse mindset. For him, however, this approach limits growth because mistakes are valuable learning opportunities. Successful entrepreneurs and investors understand that errors are part of the process and that each failure brings important lessons for improvement. According to Kiyosaki, true financial progress comes from a mindset that accepts mistakes as a natural part of the journey and uses them as a tool for growth. He argues that developing the ability to recover from mistakes and learn from them is essential for anyone aiming for financial independence, as this resilience allows one to face challenges with greater confidence and flexibility. Kiyosaki points out that many people are trapped in a poverty mindset, often passed down from generation to generation. He believes this mindset stems from limiting beliefs about money, such as the fear of loss, the idea that money is hard to earn, or that wealth is only for a select few. These beliefs create a psychological barrier that prevents many from pursuing financial freedom. He explains that breaking free from this mindset is a crucial step toward success. This involves questioning traditional ideas and understanding that wealth begins with the way we think about money. For him, real change happens when we adopt an abundance mindset, looking for opportunities rather than limitations. Kiyosaki reinforces that by replacing scarcity thoughts with a growth-oriented mindset, it's possible to create a mental environment that facilitates wealth building. Kiyosaki also criticizes the educational system for focusing on employee training rather than teaching essential skills for financial independence, such as finance, accounting, and taxes. According to him, schools prepare people to get stable jobs but not to manage, grow, or protect their money. This means that many successful professionals, such as doctors and lawyers, end up with financial difficulties because they lack the knowledge needed to make money work for them. He argues that real financial education should come from practical sources, from those who live and understand the financial world. Kiyosaki recommends that instead of relying solely on traditional education, people should seek to learn directly from entrepreneurs, investors, and experts with real experience. He believes this practical education is the key to achieving financial security and prosperity. Kiyosaki recalls when he began learning about money and realized the difference between school theory and real-world practice. He shared that while studying, he saw his rich dad talking with accountants, lawyers, and investors. These professionals were like real teachers to him because they dealt with real financial decisions daily. In one conversation, Rich Dad said, "If you want to learn how to swim, you don't just read about swimming. You jump into the water." This lesson left a mark. He understood that only practice could teach him what he needed to prosper. So, Kiyosaki decided he would learn directly from those who made money grow in real life, not just from those who taught theory. This learning was crucial for developing a more practical and strategic view of money, unlike the theoretical and limited approach he saw in the educational system. Kiyosaki highlights the power of asking the right questions when it comes to money. For him, saying, "I can't afford it," limits our mind, while asking, "How can I afford it?" opens doors to solutions and creativity. This simple shift makes all the difference by directing thought toward alternatives and new ideas to reach financial goals. According to Kiyosaki, successful people constantly ask themselves how they can invest, grow, and expand their opportunities rather than limit themselves with difficulties. He explains that this attitude is one of the pillars of wealth building because it turns challenges into opportunities for learning and action. Asking questions that encourage finding solutions enables anyone to unlock their financial potential, creating paths to turn goals into reality. Kiyosaki stresses that each person should take control of their internal economy, meaning how they manage their finances, regardless of external conditions. He believes that many focus too much on the global economy or crises, worrying about factors beyond their control. Instead, he argues that true power lies in controlling one's own financial management and mindset. Focusing on skill development, financial education, and strategies that depend solely on one's own decisions is essential. For Kiyosaki, this financial autonomy is what allows someone to prosper in any scenario, as it isn't at the mercy of market fluctuations. Developing a strong internal focus helps prepare for adversity and find opportunities even in difficult times, ensuring a solid path toward financial freedom. Kiyosaki states that many limiting financial habits are passed down through generations, creating what he calls a poverty mindset. Beliefs like money is hard to earn, or it's better to be safe than to take risks, end up forming mental barriers that prevent people from pursuing financial freedom. To break this cycle, he suggests financial re-education, questioning these traditional beliefs and adopting an abundance mindset, where the focus is on growth opportunities rather than limitations. According to Kiyosaki, this mental shift is essential for building wealth. By replacing scarcity thoughts with an expansion mindset, anyone can open up new possibilities and adopt a more active approach to finances, allowing evolution toward a higher and more stable financial level. Kiyosaki recalls asking his rich dad why so many people avoid risks and prefer security. Rich Dad replied, "They're afraid of losing the little they have, so they never gain more." This deeply impacted Kiyosaki, as he realized that most people don't get rich because they prioritize protecting what they already have, avoiding losses. Rich Dad taught him that this fear of taking risks keeps many stuck in a limited financial situation because by focusing only on security, they miss out on opportunities to multiply their money. Kiyosaki learned that building wealth requires courage to invest in new possibilities, even if they involve risks. He understood that the wealthy see risks as opportunities for learning and growth, not something to be avoided. This lesson helped him develop an expansive mindset, focused on seeking opportunities that could transform his financial life. Kiyosaki highlights that the true secret to becoming rich is learning to use debt and taxes to your advantage. He observes that many people see debt as something negative, but the wealthy use it as a powerful tool for investing and generating even more income. By understanding how debt can be an ally, it's possible to expand your financial resources intelligently. Additionally, he explains that the wealthy know how to legally minimize their taxes, reinvesting the money they save into assets that generate returns. According to Kiyosaki, while the middle class and the poor avoid debt and feel burdened by taxes, the wealthy study and apply these tools to their advantage. He argues that to grow financially, it's essential to learn to manage debt and taxes strategically, taking advantage of each benefit to multiply capital and build wealth. Kiyosaki emphasizes that the traditional mindset about finances, avoiding debt and focusing on security, is outdated. He argues that the pursuit of a secure job and the obsession with saving are ideas that limit financial growth. According to him, the middle class and the poor are taught to avoid debt and invest in security, but this mindset doesn't generate significant wealth. The wealthy, on the other hand, see debt as leverage and use it to acquire assets that generate income and appreciate over time, such as real estate and businesses. Moreover, they invest in financial education to understand how to use the tax system to their advantage, keeping more money to reinvest. Kiyosaki argues that instead of following traditional ideas, it's necessary to adopt an expansion mindset, learning to use debt and taxes strategically to achieve faster and more solid financial growth. Kiyosaki highlights the importance of adopting an opportunity-oriented mindset rather than focusing solely on security. He believes that many people remain financially limited by following outdated advice, such as saving for the long term or buying a home as an investment. According to him, these methods don't lead to true wealth. The wealthy, instead, focus on acquiring assets that generate consistent cash flow, such as rental properties, businesses, or dividend-paying stocks. This approach allows money to work for the individual, generating continuous income that can be reinvested, creating a compounding effect. For Kiyosaki, building wealth requires focusing on assets that provide returns, maintaining an active stance on finances. Thus, he argues that seeking investment opportunities is essential for financial growth, avoiding getting trapped in limiting beliefs about security and stability. Kiyosaki believes that true wealth comes from an independent mindset, where a person doesn't rely solely on a job to survive. He explains that many people still seek security in employment, but this mindset limits financial growth. For him, the key is to develop multiple income streams, whether through investments, personal businesses, or other opportunities. This diversification allows for greater financial freedom and reduces dependence on a single income source. According to Kiyosaki, building several income sources provides more stability and security than any traditional job could offer. He argues that this approach is essential for those who wish to achieve financial independence and secure an unbound future. By creating different income streams, anyone can increase their chances of becoming wealthy and living a freer, safer, and financially healthier life. Kiyosaki recalls a phase when he realized the importance of having multiple sources of income. He was working in a traditional job but felt that the security there was illusory, as a layoff could end his financial stability. Inspired by his rich dad, who always diversified his income, Kiyosaki began investing in real estate, even while still employed. Gradually, each rent payment he received became a new income source, something he controlled, unlike the salary that depended on someone else. This first step was transformative. He realized that with each new income source, his dependence on a job decreased, and he gained more freedom to make decisions and create opportunities. Kiyosaki learned that building multiple income streams is essential for anyone seeking financial independence, as it allows for stability and constant growth without relying on a single source. We're getting to the final lesson, but before we move on, I noticed you haven't left a like on this video yet. This is very important for YouTube to keep sharing our content so we can keep helping you. So, give it a quick like, it's fast and free. Kiyosaki states that financial independence requires discipline, time, and a constant commitment to learning. For him, financial growth is an ongoing process, where investing in financial education, whether through books, lectures, or mentors, is essential. According to Kiyosaki, the wealthy maintain a learning mindset, always seeking strategies to protect and grow their wealth. This commitment to knowledge prepares them to face market changes and financial challenges. He emphasizes that investing in financial education is the most valuable asset, as it increases confidence and the ability to make smarter and more profitable financial decisions. By prioritizing learning, you take control of your financial destiny, empowered to build and protect your wealth with wisdom and security. Now you have what you need to take the first steps toward true wealth. Remember everything we discussed. Those tips of working hard, saving, and seeking security are not always what will truly make you prosper. The secret is to think differently, as the wealthy do, and understand how money can really work for you. But stay alert, there are many traps out there. These are the common ideas that seem safe but actually keep you stuck in the same place, without growth. If you really want to achieve financial freedom, you need to question and see beyond the basics. Now it's up to you. Use everything you've learned here and start building your path to a better and safer financial life. Good luck, and remember, always stay vigilant to avoid falling into the traps that prevent your growth. Thank you for watching this video until the end. Don't forget to leave your like and subscribe to the channel to keep receiving our next content. See you in the next video.